I'm creating a tropical bed in my garden with my houseplants. They're all kind of overgrown, they need to be split and they need to be repotted. So I thought, you know what, Johan, why keep them in the house? Let them be outside for the season. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to split my houseplants, I'm going to dump them in the ground. So, and this is where I'm going to put them. And there is a shitload of space. And rather than spending money on plants, I thought, screw this, put the houseplants in. And here, our new residence for the bed. We've got the prayer plant. There's not a lot of praying going on in this house. I think the last time I prayed, newscasters still used to smoke on live TV. Anyway, then we've got the mother-in-law's tongue, which is an interesting name to call a plant. And trust me, my mother-in-law is lovely. As long as you don't make eye contact, that triggers her. Then we've got peace lily. And then we have the money tree. Each stem of the money tree usually has 5 leaves, which supposedly represent the 5 elements of feng shui, which is wood, fire, water, earth, and metal. Mine have 6 or 7 leaves per stem, so I guess I have 2 additional elements. Shame and greed. Actually, I wish I would have some shame. Anyway, so what I'm going to have a look at now, looking at the peace lily. This one needs to be repotted because, look, the roots are absolutely coming out everywhere and there is a lot of plant in there. So all of them need to be repotted as it is anyway. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to have a look where I'm going to put them, take them out of the pots, split them if need be, and then just put them in the bed. The good thing about all 4 of these plants as well, they're all shade-loving plants. And while I love the sun, I love the bright lights and everything, I am very comfortable on the dark side too. So in the bed in itself, you really don't get any direct sunlight. It is either full shade or dabbled shade. So should be perfect condition for them. So the money tree we can place anyway because that one I'm not going to split. And I think that one is going to go here, right about here. I also put some ginger root in here because, you know, they also like shade, and then my lupins are coming up. And this is a peace lily I put in here a little while ago, and yes, it has a little bit scorched leaves, but you always get that when you raise anything in the house, and then all of a sudden they come outside because they're just gonna have to start dealing with reality. And don't we all know that feeling? So I think that one looks quite nice there. And there's also an earthworm hanging on the pot. What the fuck do we have in the house? Place the other ones randomly. I know I'm going to be splitting some of them. And I think put the peace lily there as I'm trampling on my bloody ginger. Bloody ginger. And then we have the mother-in-law. I think we're going to dump her here. Well, it's just her tongue, not the whole body. This is just so not working for me. Anyway, let's have a look. That one here, perhaps. Put the mother-in-law more in focus. So, and let's have a look from a distance. Yeah, that looks like crap. I want this one to be more visible because I actually really like this plant, even though it's called a prayer plant. That one. There we go. The microphone pulls me down and makes me look like I got tits. Anyway, so let's have a look how this one is. And yes, could I kill the plants with this? I don't know, I never really planted all of these out. But on the other hand, all my coleus which were inside the house and they were outside last season, and then I took them in and they thrived. So I can't see a reason why this isn't working, but you never know. So this one is gonna go in here. Oh, what? I mean, clearly I could plant them in the pot, but that's not the point of this exercise. Let's have a look at this one here. The prayer one. How that one is doing. Root ball wise. Come on. Oi. Well, I guess it's time to repot and to split. I mean, look at this. This is it close up. I mean, it's incredible. This is crying out to be split. Let's do that. I've never split one of these before, but if you look at it, the way it's structured,
each individual cluster could potentially become its own little plant. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna have a look where I can get through and take my trusty rusty bread knife and just cut through. So I'm just gonna half it. I'm not gonna make loads and loads of plants out of this one, but so now just happy chopping and have a look where we end up basically. So what I'm doing here is just going down the plant. Going down, not on the plant, but going down the plant. So the peace lily looks quite dense when it comes to roots, as you can see here. So let's have a look. It looks worse on the bottom than it is on the side, but the rest, actually I'm going to leave it like this. Come on, sweetheart. The prayer one's here. There we go. So, maybe I should put the mother-in-law in just now, so because everything seems to be circling around her then. Do it. Thank you. Your mother is going in now.
Putting her in half, or you?
No, I'm going to leave her as is. No, I think I'm going to have a look at how she grows. And then, because we're going to have to lift all of that crap anyway, after the season. Teasing out the roots. Now we got that. And now we just have to have a look where it would make sense to have the last one. Do you think here, sort of in the back?
Yeah.
Okay, let's put it here. You could weed this place forever. I'm not sure what it's called in English, but in German it's called Giersch. I'm going to Google it, I'm going to write it on the bottom. And that area here is just full of that stuff. So every single time when you dig anything, you just have balls and balls of roots. You can.
Suggest it to anybody.
You can. A friend of mine, he has a restaurant in Berlin, and he cooks with that sort of stuff all the time. He cooks with flowers, with giersch, and all sorts of stuff. You know, wonderful place. But strange enough, I would eat it in a restaurant, but I don't eat it out of my own garden because I don't trust myself that I'm picking the right stuff.
Yeah, all that foraging thing, I just use it to feel comfortable.
Yeah, no. But the thing is, and you need to know what you're foraging. Same with mushrooms.
Yeah, it's a skilled job to know what you're doing, and it's kind of.
I would never. You couldn't fucking pay me enough to go to someone's house. Oh, I forage these mushrooms by myself. And you're thinking, well, good for you. Enjoy them. I watch you die. Anyway, shut up and get on. Come on, fat boy, trample it. And this is what it looks like now. Very tropical. I like it. Let's have a look how they do on the outside. Well done, me. And this is a tryout. I'm not sure if it's going to work, if it's not, whether the houseplants are going to be loving it or hating it. And then obviously at the end of the season, they're going to be coming back into the house, like so many of my bloody plants in this garden. So let's wait and see how this is going to turn out. However, God, I keep on trampling on everything. However, that's me for the day, and I shall talk to you guys later. Bye. God, fucking tits. Oh.